3 judges, 3 opinions, 1 verdict. Hot bench.
I'm going to have to pass this case at some point, but I know there are things that you want to say, so why don't you say them?
Okay. When I left his shop, it was still not running. It was running worse and making noises. I turned right around, pulled right back into the shop. I said, "What is that noise?" He popped the hood. The valve cover was broken on it. He said, "Oh, one of my mechanics must have broke it."
Did you say that?
It was a cover, not a valve cover. It's a plastic cover that covers the
Was it
engine.
something that was
They
broken
did
in
break
your
it,
shop?
and I did offer to buy her a new one.
Did you? Did he
Yes.
offer to buy you a new one?
Yes, he did, but
Okay.
they let me drive off with my car like that. My car was making a horrible noise, and I said, "And what is that noise?" He said, "Oh, that is an exhaust leak. We'll fix that when you get the right catalytic converter." I said, "Okay, great." Drove off, got the other catalytic converter in October. It was put in. My car still wasn't running right. It was, just bad. It wasn't getting power.
But between this time when you went in and you went back, you were able to drive it for months, right?
No, my car was disabled for most of that time.
So why?
I'm not going to blame it on COVID, but my son and I did get COVID in the beginning of January, and we were
Why did
isolated,
you keep going
quarantined.
back to him if he was?
I didn't. At this point, after the
You went back almost a year, back and forth, back and forth.
right after the last, because he said, if you get a better catalytic converter, and this is after the first one, he said, "I'll put it in. It'll all be covered on the same money." So of course I'm going to go back on that.
Did you?
I told her to get another catalytic converter. I put it in for free. We didn't charge her.
So he did.
Right, he
listen,
did.
I
car-
get your pain. Believe me, I can't stand when I bring something someplace. Listen. You keep doing this. You did it to
But
Jackie.
I'm-
You're doing it to me. It's like you don't really want to hear me, ladies, but we do want to hear you.
I'm
and
sorry.
the thing is,
I apologize.
he's giving you a good deal on the water pump. You brought it back to him, even though you were complaining that he really didn't give you the receipts. He suggested you go online buy a catalytic converter. You did. It apparently didn't work. You get another one. He doesn't charge you to put it back in. You go in. You see something's cracked. He says, "I'm sorry, I'll fix it," and he fixes it for nothing. And now then you go to somebody else who says everything he did was no good. That's what you've said so
At
far.
this point, it's still not running right at all. When he
Does your
had,
car work now?
Oh, it does now because I had to buy a new motor.
Judge Corriero?
For me, I make it very simple for myself. Like, what does a catalytic converter do? It takes harmful gas and converts it into harmless
Water.
gas. It cleans up the emission from the vehicle.
Yes.
And California has some very strict emission rules. So why did you tell her to purchase a catalytic converter?
I believe I told her the catalytic converter from the dealer was $871, and you could go online and get one cheaper.
Did you give her any other advice as to what kind of catalytic converter
No.
to buy? You didn't give her.
No.
And so she bought that one.
Yes.
Did it work?
At the time, it looked like it was working just fine.
After he did that, did you drive the car out of the premises?
Yes. But 2 days after they had installed the first one, my car overheated, and that's why I brought it back.
All right, you brought it back for the purpose of overheating. What was the diagnosis then?
Water pump was leaking and the head gasket got blown.
And you fixed that.
Yes.
You drove away again.
I didn't even leave. I pulled out of the driveway, noticed all of these noises, pulled
And,
right back.
and did
to
a
the driveway.
mechanic examine it again?
I examined it.
And what did you find?
The plastic cover that goes above the engine, my mechanic had broke it and set it in place.
And that was the only thing that was...
Yes, and I told her then, no problem, I'll buy one at Chevy, stop by, I'll put it on.
No, I asked him what the noise was also, and he said that you have an exhaust leak. We'll fix that when you get a better or a new, not defective catalytic converter.
Is that true?
I don't have no recollection of that.
Well, the car wasn't fixed then.
The car ran good when it left.
Well, ran good is a subjective
Yes.
kind of thing.
Well,
So now she brings it to another mechanic, but here's the problem that I have with your mechanic's opinion, because you state the opinion here in your complaint in layman's terms, and it doesn't match the opinion here that I have under Exhibit F. And the technician comments are aftermarket catalytic converter not working properly.